every successful person has stories of struggle and how they made it through. Nia Brown Matthews is an author, speaker, and two-time breast cancer survivor. Her new book is called The Boss in You, and she says she wanted to encourage other women to overcome their obstacles and find their purpose in life. Well, she is in town for Essence this weekend, so we're so happy to have her with us on the show. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me today.
Let me just say, I love your story already. This is such a great title for a book. What made you want to write this?
I think we all struggle with trying to find that inner boss.
Yeah.
And I just wanted one of those catching topics where people said, you know what, I do need to find the boss in me. So it's one of those ones that's an eye catcher.
It is.
And I wanted to really
get the attention. It had me interested.
Yes.
All right, and then you have such a great story. So tell us how you found the boss in you.
Well, I am a two-time breast cancer survivor. So during that journey alone, I would always write in my journal, talk about my story and how I was able to make it over. So that journal turned into a manuscript, which turned into a book.
Wow.
And it took me on a nationwide book tour now.
All right, really cool. So talk about some of those tips for finding purpose and why that's so important. Because so many people have dreams and goals, and then you kind of feel so bombarded by life that you don't really get to those goals all the time.
It is, but it's all about prioritization. It's all about developing that tunnel vision. You know, we can always be cognizant of doing this and we got to do this, but sometimes you got to reel it in, write it down, prioritize, and get it done. Because it's very hard to do things if you have a lot of things going on at one time, right?
Yeah, so just kind of focus on one specific goal at a time.
Absolutely.
Perfect. All right, and then there's the celebration part. Where does that come in? How do you know when to celebrate? You don't want to celebrate too soon.
Well, you know, one of those things where you have, without victories, you know, without failures, you wouldn't have victories, right? So you need to give yourself a pat on the back for the things that you do get accomplished. I'm a visual person, so when people create those vision boards and you see that, oh my God, I did do that, pat yourself on the back, you know, give yourself a hand clap because you were able to get to the goal that you had in place, like with the vision boards.
Yeah, really cool. All right, and then you say don't get in the way of your own success. Did that ever happen for you?
Yes, because I am a perfectionist, right?
Okay.
I do, and we overthink, and we always want to just feel like we have to get everything right. But you know what? Sometimes you got to get out of your own way, and you got to just allow nature to run its course. You know, it's all about having a goal, but we just need a little help to just ensure that, you know, we're going to get there in time, but you just got to stay focused.
Really cool. And it sounds like you've been through a lot. What made you want to empower other women and stop and say, you know what, I figured this out, let me pass that on to someone else?
I just want women who are, you know, to be celebrated for being brilliant and classy, right? I just feel that sometimes with social media and reality television, we don't get a chance to celebrate that. And I wanted to empower women to say, you know what, you don't have to be on television to be, you know, the boss. You don't have to, you know, to be successful or your Instagram likes, whatever the case may be. I just want us to celebrate being who we are, and you know, and I just want to empower along the way with that.
Yeah, and you kind of hinted at it there with social media and everything. It's such a good time to have great role models for young women. You have a young daughter yourself.
Yes.
And you kind of talk about how she's being bullied and how that you've had to talk to her about that. Kind of talk to what you say to young girls.
Yeah, just, you know, got to be comfortable within your skin, right? I see my daughter, she's 17 years old, so there are a lot of peer pressure, and I just want her to realize, you know what, you're beautiful with within the inside, and that reflects on the outside. And I just feel like that's very important with our young women today.
Very much so. Don't you feel like it's even harder now for young women coming up now than it was for us, right? With social media and people who are famous for, we don't really know what.
Absolutely, and it's like outside of social media, who you are.
Right.
We just need to get down to the basics of, again, learning who you are, identify with it, and run, you know, and just be successful in that.
Definitely. And writing's so therapeutic. Is there anything you learned about yourself writing the book?
Yes, you know, Rome wasn't built in one day. Take the time to write it down, prioritize, and if you can't get it today, you can do it tomorrow.
All right, perfect. I know you'll be promoting the book at Essence this weekend. Why should people pick it up and read it?
Because I think, again, we all need to be empowered. We all need to know that regardless of the obstacle, you can make it, and don't let that take your zest for life. And to be at Essence is just a phenomenal platform. Being a models of courage, I do want to tell other breast cancer survivors, you know what, you are too fabulous for cancer.
There you go. And you certainly are. So honorable to tell your story and share it with everyone. Thank you for being with me tonight. For more information on Nia, guys, or to get a copy of her book, you can visit her website, NiaBrownMatthews.com. You can also follow her on Twitter at Nia B. Matthews, and on Instagram, it's Nia Brown Matthews. All right, stay with us. We're checking out some 504 hotspots for Essence after the break.